through those 4 years. The girl with her sachet and dancing slippers had slipped away, and there was left a woman with sharp green eyes who counted pennies and turned her hands to many menial tasks. A woman to whom nothing was left from the wreckage except the indestructible red earth on which she stood.
The greatest movie of all time, Gone with the Wind. Next on TNT.
Continental U.S. First, though, the tropical weather, and we've seen quite a bit of activity in the Pacific, and we want to deal with the situation for the 1998 hurricane season, show you what's going on. And remember that in a typical season, well, we want to skip through that and get to the hurricanes for the next 100 years, for the past 100 years, I should say, and you can see that the height of the activity occurs in September. The peak of the season is on September 10th, and that's certainly the time of the year that we keep a close eye. From now through mid-October is really when we have the most action. Well, we've only had one tropical storm so far, and that was Alex, and not a whole lot to worry about. Let's find out what's going on as far as the satellite perspective goes. If we can check out the satellite loop, we'll show you what's going on as far as the activity off the coast of Africa. If we can check that loop out. And we'll show you the clouds and showers. One tropical wave coming off Africa right here. We'll be watching that. But of more concern is this wave right in here. Right in here. It's rather large and it's rather sprawling, and we don't have any showers or thunderstorms or convection right around the center. You can see the bright colored clouds, the reds and oranges, indicating those higher cloud tops away from the center. But it does have a rotation, and it is rolling off to the west at about 20 miles an hour. It does bear watching, but it's a good 3 days away. If it has any impact on the islands, the northeastern Lesser Antilles, the Leeward Islands, we've got a couple of days, 2 or 3 days to watch it before we have to really be concerned. But we'll follow this across the Atlantic, and we'll see what happens with this wave, which came off the coast of Africa yesterday. As far as points east through the central Atlantic, it's very, very quiet. In fact, hardly a cloud out there, and that's because we have a lot of sinking air, what we term subsidence, and that is certainly not favorable for development. So as this tropical system moves into this area, we'll have to watch and see what happens to it, because we have sinking air. And we do have some wind shear, but certainly the wind shear is not very substantial at this point. So we'll keep you posted on this wave. Here are the islands, several days away, as I mentioned. Another tropical wave kind of split in two. One area going in towards Trinidad and Tobago. Another area now northeast of Puerto Rico. This we've been following. You can see the showers and thunderstorms, but at this point we're not overly concerned about the potential for any development with that particular system. Now, as we move into the Caribbean, very, very quiet. We did have a lot of storms over Florida during the afternoon, some heavy rainfalls, and look out tomorrow because we have this upper low here. This is a cold core system, meaning that the temperatures higher up get colder, they don't get warmer, so it's non-tropical. We're going to be following this rotation here right into Florida. So those of you in the southern part of Florida, I should say the southern part of the state, and in through the Florida Keys, this will probably instigate some more showers and thunderstorms during the day on Tuesday. The rest of the Caribbean, pretty quiet. Some showers over Hispaniola, fizzling out now, but nothing happening. Gulf of Mexico, as we've seen, unusually quiet, as we just haven't had a lot, and that's really good news. Although I know some of you in Texas would like to see some rainfall. At least you're getting it without having to deal with the bad things that go along with tropical systems, high winds and storm surge and things of that nature. The rain's dying down a little bit now, still some rain in Texas, but you can see there is nothing developing here. In fact, we basically have high pressure aloft here, and even though that's semi-favorable, we don't have any tropical waves moving in to this situation. Now, as we move into the Pacific, we have to watch this system right here. This is Tropical Depression 1C for the Central Pacific, being handled by the folks in Hawaii. This may develop into a tropical storm, but it's expected to travel south. The Big Island may kick up the surf in a couple of days or so. Meanwhile, what we have here is the leftover spin, the little swirl, low-level cloud swirl from Georgette. Remember Georgette last week? Well, that's what's left of Georgette. Just some low-level clouds out there, and that's about it. There's TD1C as of 5 Hawaiian Standard Time, west-northwest at 10, and winds of 30 miles an hour. So again, it's still a tropical depression, may become a tropical storm, may have some impact on the U.S. of A. There's another shot of it right here. As the sun goes down, we lose our vantage with the visible shot, and there's the big island way off to the north and west. As far as severe weather goes for the rest of tonight, we're going to be watching an area in the upper Midwest. We're talking about showers and thunderstorms continuing. The risk of some severe weather. In fact, we've had some severe thunderstorm warnings this evening across parts of Montana and North Dakota. See the red shading there, and we'll keep you posted on those storms as we continue through the night. Right now, most of the action now is fizzling out in Montana, but still some big storms there off to the east and north of Rapid City.
Is rain in the forecast for your Tuesday? We'll tell you where the rain is now and where and when the rain is likely. Coming up on Weather Center after your local forecast.
Toasters are guaranteed for about a year. Refrigerators, about 5. A Moen faucet, however, is guaranteed for life. Moen. Buy it for looks. Buy it for life.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on